Hey guys, welcome to Pro XP Adventures, and today I'm going to give you guys a little walk around on the RZR and on some of the stuff that we have already done to the RZR, some stuff that we're going to do here in the near future. We're going to be making some trips and going to the sand dunes, going to the mountains, stuff like that. So guys, I'm going to give you a little walk around and yeah, we're just going to see where this goes. So guys, this is my 2022 RZR Pro XP. And we're going to do a little walk around. I'm going to tell you what I bought it with and then what I've added to it since I've owned it. This is the ultimate trim package, so it has the dynamic X suspension and the ride command, navigation, all that fun stuff. And I really love this RZR. It has been a blast since I've owned it. And so I'm going to walk around, show you kind of what it is, what it's got on it, what we're going to do to it. So stay tuned. So guys, when I bought this RZR, it came with that roof, the door insert there, and it had a half windshield. And what I have done to this so far, the very first thing I did to it was I went to a 32-inch Rockzilla. This is a Maxxis Rockzilla, and it is the non-competition compound. So it's a little bit harder on the compound. Then it's also got a 15-inch high lifter beadlock wheel. Really like the way they look on this rig. And so far I have been very happy with how the tires have been performing as far as wear. I've put, probably 600 miles on them, on gravel, rocks, dirt. It sees all kinds of stuff. I've been running down freaking blacktop. So it has been wearing extremely well from what they said that they would. A lot of guys told me that I wouldn't get 1,000 miles out of them, you know, because of them being the Rockzillas. But I think the non-competition compound is a big upgrade if you do a lot of road riding and not a whole lot of rock crawling. So what I have done to this, except the tires, is I had to put a new axle. The very first thing that I broke on this was the front axle. There's a short on my channel that shows me breaking it, and I'm gonna say that it was mainly due to driver error. I went from a 2016 RZR 900S to 181 horsepower RZR Pro XP, and there's a lot more power, and the way you drive these things is just, it's a lot different than the 900s. So what I have done to this is I have put door inserts down there, these along the bottom here, and I really like them. They help with the dust. These Pro XPs have a big issue with dust coming into the cab, and that was kind of my first step in making the dust disappear out of the cab. It's really annoying. But the second deal I done was down inside here, there is holes that go into the back of the cab. And it allows mud, dirt, and debris. You can kind of see it there where it's pieced in. It allows a bunch of stuff to get in behind your seats, and it's really difficult to get all of that junk out of your cab when you're cleaning it. And so I put those in. I think they were around 40 bucks. They're about a 1/4-inch thick nylon plastic, and they're extremely heavy duty and very easy to install. The next thing that I done was I was looking for a light bar, and I come across a light bar that another YouTuber had, and it's a Rigid Industries 30-inch curved light bar, and I got this from Schmitty's Off-Road, and I will tag him down in the description below. But he hooked me up with some parts off of his Pro XP that he was no longer using because he is now racing his. And so he hooked me up with this Rigid Industries light bar. Freaking love it. It is by far the brightest light bar I have ever seen. It is crazy. And it has the amber color covers and all that kind of stuff with it as well. Then I also got a Diamond S manufacturing windshield from him. And this thing is full aluminum, tempered glass. It's got vents down here and vents up here, and I really love it. It helped with the dirt. The dust isn't near as bad as it was, and so I think I'm slowly getting this patched up to where the dirt isn't as bad. The next thing I got from him was a S&B particle air separator. This thing is cool. So it connects to your key power on your bus bar, but then there's a wire that goes from your main system up there down to your coil wire. As you accelerate, it picks up on the signal off of your coil and accelerates the fans in there. It picks up the air, pulls it through here, and then kicks all the big chunks and dirt and sand and dust and stuff out the bottom through those holes. And it keeps your air filter way cleaner than with the stock. It mounts right here in your stock position, runs up the bar, and then mounts to your roll cage. They do make one that mounts here, like your standard stock filters, and then most of it's up underneath here. But I was informed that it is not as good as the roll cage one, so I just went ahead and used the roll cage one that I got from Schmitty's Off-Road. And he also gave me a RPM intake tube to upgrade with, and that thing is just fantastic. Freaking love it. And trying to think if there's anything that I'm missing. Oh yeah. So when I got this RZR, it was setting at 64 inches, which is a standard width of the Pro XP. So I had some 2-inch spacers laying around from my paddle tires when we go to the dunes, and they fit. So I set it out another 2 inches on either side with the wheel spacers, and I love the stance. The thing just looks aggressive, it rides nice, and it handles phenomenal. Don't feel like you're gonna tip over at any time, and it's just great. But I also got Chupacabra door bags from Schmitty's Off-Road. He had them in his RZR when he was using them. He switched to a full cage with panels, and so he couldn't mount them in there. So I got those from him. And then he also hooked me up with some rock block fender flares. These are extended fender flares that mount underneath your factory fenders. There's some holes there, and then you have to drill some holes up through here and mount them. But that'll be in a later video, and I'll show you guys how to do that. But the reason I got those is if you see that tire, it sticks out way past the factory fenders, and it will cover you with mud. Doesn't matter if you run through a small mud puddle or through a freaking mud hole, you are gonna get covered in mud. And so I am gonna put those on. Hopefully that'll make it a little bit better. I don't mind some mud, but I get tired of cleaning it out of my RZR. But the Ultimate definitely rides nice. The dynamic suspension is just fantastic. I'm gonna be upgrading probably to PRP seats and gonna change out from the retractable harnesses to PRP harnesses. And but yeah, so we're gonna be doing some stuff, gonna be taking some rides, going to the sand dunes, and going possibly to Arkansas, Disney, and some other places like that, and doing some riding. But guys, if you want to follow along, kind of watch the Pro XP, see what I break, what I can beef up, and what I like and don't like about it, subscribe, follow the channel, guys. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment. Put it down there. I'll answer them the best that I can. If I know, if I don't know, I'll let you know I don't know. But this is a big learning curve for me. A lot of guys telling me to buy a Can-Am and stuff. I really like the way the RZR Pro XP sets compared to the Can-Am. The Can-Am set too low for the riding that I like to do. So I went with the Polaris. So far, hasn't been bad. I really enjoy it. It's got a lot of power. It's quick. And so... but yeah, that's my Pro XP. If you guys have any questions, feel free to give me a follow or comment or whatever, and I'll do my best to answer them for you guys. And we look forward to talking to you on the next one, and we will show you some future upgrades here real soon. Thanks, guys, and God bless.